Hello friends, welcome to Yoga with Rachel and welcome to your somatic yoga practice for your hips and lower back. Somatic practices invite you to shift from thinking to feeling. By listening to your body's inner cues and allowing your sensations to guide your practice, you strengthen the mind-body connection. Somatic practices encourage choice. You can opt in or out of movements, explore your own variations, move at your own pace, explore a range of motion that feels nourishing, pause at any point during your practice, and experiment with breathing patterns that feel good in your body. As your guide, I'll offer suggestions and options for you to explore. With that said, you are encouraged to follow your body's guidance and try something different if that feels better. This practice is yours to tailor. For today's class, it might be helpful to bring 2 yoga blocks as well as a blanket to your space. And without further ado, let's explore. We begin our practice on the back. As you arrive there, your body may be calling for a full body stretch. If that's the case, you are invited to lean into that feeling. You can sigh, yawn, make a noise, invite a deeper breath. And whenever this feels complete, kindly make your way to a posture that feels supportive in your body. For example, you may choose to place the soles of your feet on the ground. It may feel nice to explore a constructive resting pose, walking your feet towards the long edges of your mat, allowing your knees to fall in and connect. You may prefer to keep your legs extended, with your arms resting at your sides or somewhere on your body. Somatic practices encourage choice and exploration. It's kind of like choosing your own adventure as you explore what feels good in your body. It can be a very playful practice, welcoming self-inquiry and curiosity. So with this in mind, you are not locked into any particular shape or movement. You can switch things up, allowing your sensations to guide your practice. And whenever you feel ready, you can soften your focus or close your eyes. I invite you to bring your awareness to your breath. Perhaps feeling the air swirling into your nostrils on your breath in. And then sensing the air leaving your nose or your mouth on your breath out. Breathe in as you follow the flow of air. Breathe out, sensing the air leaving through your nose or your mouth. This time, as you breathe in, there's an invitation to place your hands where you feel your breath in your body. Maybe on your chest, your belly, rib cage. And then notice how your body responds as you gently release your breath through your nose or your mouth. Breathe in, sensing expansion. Breathe out, sensing the contraction. Breathe in. Breathe out. Explore a natural breathing pattern as you begin to gently scan your body for what's currently present for you. sensing how the surface beneath you connects with your back body, which parts are making contact, which parts are lifted away. Can you sense the space between your mat and the curve at the back of your neck? Can you sense the space between your mat and your lower back? Observe if one side of your body feels more connected to the ground. Observe whether any parts of your body are resisting gravity, almost like they're holding themselves up. This gentle body scan invites you to observe and notice what's currently present for you. You may notice that a part of your body is holding on to a thought, feeling, emotion, or a judgment. The invitation is to get curious about what is surfacing, exploring your inner world with compassion. Breathe in, breathe out. When you feel ready, place the soles of your feet on your mat about hip distance apart, with your knees pointing upwards. Before we move, observe what it feels like for your pelvis to be in a neutral position. You may find that there's a small gap between your lower back and your mat. Maybe you can feel your sacrum deepen its connection with the ground. I invite you to explore a slow rock of your pelvis as you gently release your lower back to the earth. Pause here for a moment to observe how this feels in your body. And now, explore this tilt in the opposite direction, gently pressing into your sacrum as you slowly lift your lower back away from the ground. Pausing here for a moment. You are welcome to continue this slow rock of your pelvis. It may feel nice to start off with a small range of motion as you move with your breath. You can allow your arms to rest at your sides or somewhere on your body, such as your hip points or on your belly. In time, you may wish to explore a larger range of motion. This increased range of motion may help you sense how this movement travels up your spine, towards your neck. Observe whether you notice your head moving up and down in response to this movement. Observe whether your weight is shifting as you explore these pelvic tilts. When this movement feels complete, kindly return back to a neutral position, pausing to notice whether anything has shifted. Please place your arms at your sides. I invite you to gently release your lower back to the earth once again. Now begin to slowly lift your pelvis, tailbone, lower back, and part of your mid-spine away from the ground. Sense the opening across your front body, feeling into your hips. And when you feel ready, slowly lower, noticing which parts of your spine connect with the ground first. You are welcome to explore this movement a few more times on your own, exploring a pace and breathing pattern that feels good. As you lift and lower, notice whether your head is tilting slightly up and then down. Explore how you can create more ease as you move. Maybe this means inviting your jaw to relax with every exhale. Maybe you shift more of your weight into your heels, allowing your heels to initiate the lift. And whenever this movement feels complete, kindly lower and release. Breathe in, breathe out. With your feet hip distance apart, allow your spine to find its neutral position. For this next movement, it may feel nice to place your hands on your hip points for grounding. Explore keeping your spine in its neutral position as you slowly open your knees towards the sides, rolling onto the outer edges of your feet, finding butterfly legs. Since the lower back is not getting involved with the movement, you may find that your legs are far away from the ground, and that is a-okay. As you slowly bring your legs back together, sense how your inner thighs support the movement. Allow the soles of your feet to rest on your mat. You are welcome to explore this movement for a few more rounds on your own, moving with your breath. I invite you to observe whether there's a sensation that's calling for your attention. Maybe there's an internal urge to speed up the movement. Maybe you sense an emotion surfacing. Or maybe you feel the desire to pause and breathe into sensation. All right, when it feels good, return to our starting position with your knees pointing upwards. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. Let something go. All right, if you would like to add on to this movement, we are going to add pelvic tilting. As you slowly open your knees to the sides, explore pressing into your sacrum as you explore a gentle arch in your lower back. Observe whether including your lower back has changed how this movement feels in your body. As you slowly bring your legs back together, invite your lower back to gently release towards the earth. I invite you to continue exploring this movement on your own. Explore a pace, range of motion, and breathing pattern that supports the movement. You may choose to pause at any point to breathe into sensation. Sense how your hips and lower back move together, and how your whole body responds to this movement. When this movement feels complete, kindly return to our starting position. Connect with your breath as you sense and feel what's currently present in your body. It may feel nice to send your legs out long as you gently scan your body from your toes to your head for areas of ease. And maybe you explore reversing the direction of your body scan, starting from your head to your toes for areas of tension or resistance, observing with non-judgmental curiosity. If you notice any tension or resistance in your body, maybe you explore sending your breath there. If you feel like exploring more movement, I invite you to bend at your knees, soles of your feet resting on your mat. Melt your knees to one side, rolling onto your side, pausing here to sense your connection to the earth. And when you feel ready, please make your way to a comfortable seat. Take a moment to observe what it feels like to sit on your mat, sensing points of connection. For this next movement, it may be helpful to face towards one of the short edges of your mat. Place the soles of your feet on your mat, and then walk your feet towards the long edges of your mat. Lower your knees to the right, allowing your left hip to lift away. You can place your right fingertips on the ground as you reach your left hand across your chest and towards the right, exploring a gentle spinal twist. You are welcome to come in and out of the pose, lifting and lowering your left hip. The invitation here is to breathe into your left hip flexor and psoas muscle. The breath can serve as a powerful tool for releasing tension and restriction in the body. Maybe you explore reaching your left hand overhead and on a diagonal. Can you sense that stretch from your left knee all the way to your left fingertips? And then continue moving in a way that feels good. All right, when you feel ready, let's explore this on the other side, lowering your knees to the left and exploring a gentle spinal twist. You can come in and out of this, sensing how your hips and lower back move together Perhaps you explore placing your hand on your right hip, sensing the movement beneath your hand. And then maybe you place your hand on your lower back to feel the movement. In your own time, lift your knees back through center. For our next posture, you can explore walking your feet back in, so that way they are about hip width apart. Wrap your arms around your hamstrings and explore a slight rounding of your back body as you bow your head. This can offer a gentle release for your lower back, or you may choose to send your legs out long. To send some love to your lower back, you can explore a generous bend in your knees as you fold forward. And feel free to choose another posture if that feels better. Wherever you've landed, the invitation is to breathe into your back body. Observe where you feel your breath on your inhalation, and sense how it feels to let your breath go. Breathe in through your nose. Sigh it out through your mouth. In your own time, slowly roll up your spine. I invite you to cross at your ankles and make your way to all fours, finding your tabletop position. It may feel nice to pad your knees with a folded blanket. The invitation here is to move your body in a way that feels good. So you may wish to stretch it out like a cat or a dog waking up from a nap. It may feel nice to move your torso in a circle like a jump rope. You may like to explore a traditional cat-cow. You are encouraged to listen to your sensations, allowing your body's inner wisdom to guide your movement. Okay, if you're feeling ready for some guided movement, I invite you to explore stillness. This is where your yoga blocks will come in handy, so kindly place them near the top of your mat in case you would like to use them. Curl your right toes under and then slide your right foot back. Slowly hug your right knee in towards your chest, and then step your right foot up. You can keep your fingertips on the ground or place your palms on your blocks. Feel free to make any adjustments to your stance so that way you feel more connected with the ground. Breathe in, and on your breath out, slowly send your hips back, lengthening through your right leg, exploring a range of motion that feels good. It may feel welcome to pause here and breathe into sensation for a moment. And then whenever you feel ready, you can roll through your foot, returning to your lunge. You are welcome to continue this movement, moving at your own pace. You can explore keeping the sole of your right foot planted on your mat as you send your hips back. Perhaps this changes the range of motion. You could also explore what it would feel like to just keep your heel on the ground and lift the rest of your foot. You can pause at any moment to send your breath into sensation. When you feel ready, return back to your lunge. Plant your palms on your mat, and then step your right foot back, returning to all fours. You can wiggle into your hips for a moment. And then when it feels good, curl your left toes under and then slide your left foot back. When you feel ready, hug your left knee in and then step your left foot through. As you flow forward and back, I invite you to notice if this side has a different story to tell. We are asymmetrical, so you may experience different sensations on this side. Beautiful. When you feel ready, explore stillness and find your way back to a tabletop position. Swing your legs to one side and then make your way to a comfortable seat. Is your body calling for any last-minute movement? If so, maybe you explore how your body wants to move. Or maybe your body is communicating that stillness feels better. If that is the case, explore stillness. Breathe in, breathe out. Whenever you feel ready, I invite you to explore stillness. An invitation to soften your focus down and past your nose, or close your eyes. I invite you to notice what is present for you. Is there a sensation that is speaking to you? Where is this sensation located in your body? Observe how it feels. Maybe there is a thought, an emotion, an image, or a color connected to this sensation. If you're unsure, or if nothing is present, that is okay. It may feel nice to focus on the sensation of your breath, or you can observe your connection to the earth. Before we close, I invite you to thank yourself for taking time to explore your inner landscape. What a gift. It may feel nice to thank yourself with a self-hug or a hand on your heart as you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Thank you for joining me and this beautiful, amazing community on the mat for this compassionate self-care practice. We close our practice together by saying thank you or namaste.